Intermittent fasting is a lifestyle that limits when you may eat. However, does it really work? Although it may not be the miracle that some proponents make it out to be, studies show that intermittent fasting may be an effective technique for weight reduction. If you want to test it for yourself, you have many options on how to start fasting. Contrary to what you may have heard, intermittent fasting is simpler than you may believe. You should first see your physician to ensure that this course of action is right for you. If they give the go-ahead, start on your journey. There are two popular methods to use when it comes to intermittent fasting. Let's start with the easiest one. 16-8 intermittent fasting, 8 hours of eating. On a regimen known as the 16-8 program, the 8 stands for the fact that you'll only allow yourself to consume food during 8 of the 24 hours in a given day. Because it is so simple to follow, a lot of people believe that this is the best method for practicing intermittent fasting. To begin, choose a window of 8 hours during which you'll consume food. This time period encompasses the afternoon and evening for the majority of people. A common time frame is from 11 AM to 7 PM, but you could choose the one that best suits your needs. Try to plan your meals so that you eat them when you are feeling the hungriest. A time-restricted fast allows you to adhere to a fasting schedule on either a daily basis or a more limited number of days per week. It is recommended that you perform it more often, at least a few times a week, given that you are trying to reduce your body fat percentage. Some people don't eat breakfast and just allow themselves a little window of time to eat between lunch and the evening. 16 hours fasting. If you eat before or after your designated fasting window, the fast will be considered invalid. You may find that the first few days of your fast are challenging, but after some time has passed, you'll get used to it. In a short amount of time, abstaining from food will become much less challenging. Even if you're restricting your food intake, you should still drink a large amount of water. Stick to beverages that have no calories, such as water or seltzer, and steer clear of soda and other beverages that include calories. You may begin with a fast of 8 to 10 hours and work your way up to one that lasts 12 to 16 hours. When you're allowed to eat, stick to a nutritious and well-balanced diet. It is recommended by medical professionals that you fill your eating windows with nutritious meals so that you may have the most success with your weight loss goals. If you want to complement your efforts to lose weight, you should make sure that your diet has a lot of fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats, and lean proteins. Additionally, stay away from unhealthy foods such as fried, processed, sugary, or greasy meals. It is in your best interest to maintain a nutritious diet, even on days where you're not fasting. For optimal health, maintain a diet that is both helpful and consistent. It is best to abstain from eating between meals and late at night. Consuming frequent little meals hinders your body from shedding excess fat and maintains insulin levels at a steady, elevated level. Your plans to fast and lose weight might be derailed as a result of this. You should try to restrict your eating to the times when your meals are served, and avoid eating any snacks between meals or late at night. Change your window to 14-10 if you feel too hungry. If you're not used to fasting, a schedule of 16 hours without food and 8 hours with food may seem challenging. In this particular scenario, you may instead choose to adhere to the 14-10 time slot. These 2 added hours of eating time might make it much simpler to get through the early part of the fast. A common timetable for a 14-10 plan involves eating from 10 AM to 8 PM, and then going without food for the remaining 14 hours of the day. However, the specific timing of your meals is up to you. The second most popular method is a little harder to achieve, but has the most promising results: full-day intermittent fasting. If you want to practice alternate day fasting, this means that you will abstain from food consumption on certain days and eat regularly on the other days. According to a number of studies, this kind of fasting results in the most significant weight reduction. This is likely due to the fact that you cut the total number of calories you consume by a sizable amount. If you need to lose weight rapidly and keep it off, this is an excellent option for you to consider. In a typical week following this regimen, you would abstain from eating on the following days: Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Instead, you would eat on Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Pick 5-2 fasting for a less extreme choice. On the 5-2 regimen, you will eat normally for 5 days of the week and then fast for the other 2 days. Since this is a less strenuous strategy than fasting every other day, you may find it simpler to get started with it. If you follow this diet, you will abstain from eating on Sundays and Thursdays, but you would continue your regular eating schedule on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. When you've become acclimated to fasting for longer periods of time, you may find it easier to go on an alternate day schedule. During your fast, be sure to consume a lot of drinks that have no calories. When you fast, it does not mean that you cannot consume liquids of any kind. During your fasting times, you should actually drink more water than you normally would so that you do not get dehydrated. All beverages that do not include calories, such as water, seltzer, black coffee, and tea, are acceptable options. Maintaining this restriction will ensure that you do not add any more calories to your fast. Steer clear of sugary juices, soda, and other beverages that add calories and sugar to your diet. Keep in mind that your coffee and tea should not have any milk or sugar added to it. This causes the beverages to have a higher calorie count. Eat healthy foods when you break your fast. When you break your fast, you will likely be tempted to devour a lot of food, but you should resist this temptation so that you do not undo all of your hard work. Maintaining a nutritious diet can allow you to satisfy your appetite while also assisting you in your efforts to lose weight. The specific hour at which you are permitted to break your fast varies according to the plan that you are following. When you have plans that are time constrained, you often have to wait until later in the morning to eat. When following a full day schedule, you are often permitted to have food shortly after waking up on the morning of your non-fasting day. It is in your best interest to consume a diet that is composed each day of a variety of fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats, and lean meats. Fasting on its own won't be nearly as helpful to you in reaching your weight loss goals as this will be. When it comes to greatest weight reduction, the ketogenic diet is often recommended as a reference by medical professionals. Keep yourself safe by allowing at least 24 hours between fasting days. Never fast for consecutive days in a row, regardless of your strategy. This is harmful and might result in malnutrition. Always arrange a minimum of 24 hours between fasting days to prevent adverse consequences. Multiple consecutive days of fasting might be detrimental to weight reduction efforts. To save energy, your body may begin storing fat instead of burning it. This guideline does not apply to fasting with a time limit, as you are just restricting yourself for a few hours at a time. It is safe to fast in this manner for numerous consecutive days. Intermittent fasting is not only about when and how much food you eat, but also about a lifestyle change that encompasses planning and exercising to get maximum benefits out of your hard work. Maintain an active lifestyle throughout the day. Even when fasting, exercise is necessary for weight loss and good health. Your weight reduction regimen will also certainly be more effective if you remain active. Try engaging in daily physical activity to support your aims. On a day of fasting, it is advisable to exercise at the conclusion of the fast. This burns the most fat and primes the muscles for nutrition absorption when you eat. Maintain a modest working regimen while fasting. Exercising during fasting is acceptable and even beneficial, but caution is required. Avoid intense exercises such as HIIT training and heavy weightlifting. If you push yourself too hard, your body won't have enough nutrition to function or recuperate effectively, and you could sustain an injury. On days of fasting, stick to moderate activity for the greatest benefits. On fasting days, it is likely that your performance will decrease regardless of how much you work out. If you're an athlete who routinely engages in strenuous exercise, you may not benefit from fasting. Consult a physician beforehand. Good luck with your fasting and subscribe to get a notification on our next video. Thanks for watching.